Bundle, here we go. Welcome to Miami, everybody. We are about an hour and a half away from lights out. What a venue it is. The first of 3 races in America. The celebrities are on their way in. If that's your thing, keep your eyes peeled. About the course of the next hour and a bit. Camila Cabello, multi-Grammy nominated artist, is here. So too Charlotte Tilbury, the makeup artist. She has been involved with the F1 Academy. Odell Beckham Jr. Donald Trump is here. And I think that's about all I've got to say on that. So too the Ballon d'Or winner, Zinedine Zidane from 1998. Former manager of Real Madrid as well, player for them. And Jake Paul, he's got a big fight, hasn't he? Coming up in July against Mike Tyson.
And who will get the best reaction as we get set then for 57 laps. The Miami Grand Prix, it's lights out and away we go. Verstappen got the best start there, and Sainz got a better start than Leclerc, who's under pressure from Perez as well. Verstappen leads into turn 1. Wow. Perez locks up, almost takes out Sainz. Leclerc slips through into second place. Norris now into third place, ahead of Carlos Sainz.
He almost took out Max Verstappen, did Sergio Perez there. Such was his speed carrying in to that braking point.
But the door really opened for the McLaren, didn't it? Steaming through there of Oscar Piastri. Lando Norris just ahead then of Lewis Hamilton.
Leclerc on the front of the grid gets a slow start in the Ferrari. He's already been passed by his teammate. And look, Perez comes through. Did he almost tag his teammate? And that's what allowed Leclerc and then Piastri past Sainz.
Piastri was nowhere near the scene of second place up until Perez made his lockup, and it just opened so beautifully for him. Sergio Perez has been noted, by the way, for a false start.
Oh, wow. And that's exactly what I thought. Wow, he nearly had contact again coming back on. Exactly what I thought. He was so busy, so focused on the Ferraris that were squeezing him, that he just got too deep into the corner.
Here he comes.
What the was that?
Yeah, I saw it.
And it's a Red Bull.
Penalty. Nearly took us all.
Is Charles Leclerc going to be under a little bit of pressure from Oscar Piastri when he gets the DRS? There's only about 11 kilometers an hour of extra speed with it, but it is a helping hand, and it is helping Piastri, and Oscar Piastri looks like he's going for it here, and through into the hairpin of turn 17, Oscar Piastri slides that McLaren past the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc.
Now Leclerc will get a dose of DRS as well down the pit straight, and he'll be able to try to come back at him straight away.
Oscar Piastri there going off the racing line a bit, kicking up a load of dust and protecting the inside line. And here it goes. Right there.
Oh, yes.
Quite
and
a
then
whack.
he carries it round. I think if that sits on the racing line or just off the racing line, so he's had to abandon going through the chicane properly and scoops up the bollard, and it's a passenger for a little while. It's unusual to see mistakes like that from Max Verstappen.
Oh no, it's that. It's Kevin Magnussen. I say somebody has just gone off the track, and he has hit the wall, and Logan Sargent's involved as well. Oh, and in his home race, Logan Sargent's rear wing is at an angle that does not make me think he's coming back out into this race. And how is this going to play into the hands of Lando Norris?
Couldn't be better. They just touch.
Turn 1 they got round, and now Magnussen holds it round the outside. And was he entitled to a bit more room under the driving guidelines? Certainly Logan Sargent will have wished he'd have given him more room, because they might still be racing around on this track. Let's have a look on board with the Williams.
Didn't know he was there, did he?
No.
It's a pretty unorthodox place to be trying to overtake. I want to see it from... Yeah, his front axle wasn't alongside. That's an unusual place to put your car. That's a super high risk to leave your car there.
Right, Lando Norris, race leader, pits. Lando Norris will come back from his pit stop and still be the race leader, because everyone is being held at a slower speed whilst we wait for the safety car, with the safety car ending in the lead of the Miami Grand Prix. And he has got a blast to the finish now to get that record off his resume. When does he go? Now he goes!
I thought he would have stayed a little bit longer to keep Verstappen behind him. He's dragging him down the pit straight, gone for the inside line. And look at the Ferrari steaming in there as well. Lando just keeping it in play.
Charles Leclerc in third place. Behind him, Oscar Piastri. Carlos Sainz under pressure because he got rather pinched into turn one. Sergio Perez nearly got him. Behind them, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Russell, and Ocon in the top 10. Norris leads Verstappen. And Carlos Sainz is putting Oscar Piastri under pressure too. Sainz trying to go round the outside of Piastri. Has he got that move done? No, Piastri comes back at him, forces Sainz off the track. Not sure if they touched or not, but it was very, very close. This incident, leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Did he push him off there? And they touched too.
Well, Piastri didn't actually leave the track, did he?
No. Carlos Sainz did and didn't get the advantage, but...
Clear, huh?
Yeah, we are on it.
Yeah, I can see why Carlos is upset about it, but you know, he came up the inside, he kept his car under control. That for me is just hard racing.
This is Hamilton on Tsunoda. Tsunoda goes deep and then Hamilton hangs it out round that right-hand side. Tsunoda gives him room, trying to cut him off, realised that Lewis Hamilton's wheels were there and that wasn't going to work.
You have to say, McLaren have looked like the fastest car in this Grand Prix. They've got upgrades on the car. Piastri's got half of them, Norris has got all of them.
I can't get the car to turn, it's a disaster.
So front end not gripping up for him.
As there goes Carlos Sainz down the inside at turn 17. Oh, and he couldn't keep the car under control. And it just stepped out at the back end. Piastri had a jam on the brakes. Sainz forced his way through. Carlos Sainz up into fourth place, but Piastri is coming back at him. And into turn one, the Australian gets ahead again. There's a lock-up and he's gone wide. And now Sainz can go through and claim that fourth place. He seems to be struggling a touch. And Kevin Magnussen has picked up yet another new penalty for this weekend, which is some achievement given the amount that he's had. Perez ahead of Hamilton, ahead of Piastri. Wow! Piastri loses 2 places in one corner. And what could have been a top 4 finish for him is going to be lucky now to finish in the points because...
That's a shame.
Yeah, since the safety car, we haven't had that many laps here and the field are quite tightly bunched together. Ted, down to you.
Yeah, I can see it on the right front flap of the McLaren as I look at it. It doesn't actually look that bad, but clearly Piastri was going to lose more time. As the seconds ebb away, Piastri's great showing in this race just falls apart as well. So, such bad luck for him.
Norris makes his way on towards turn 11, where so many overtakes have happened in this race, but there's no one to try and get past here. He is 7.3 seconds out in front. Verstappen, who goes through many a race without seeing drivers ahead of him, certainly can't see Norris, and he's going to have to settle for the runners-up spot here today. 20 drivers from the United Kingdom have won a Formula One Grand Prix. Number 21 is going to be Lando Norris for McLaren. The McLaren team will welcome a former President of the United States into their garage before the race, a race that was meant to be about Max Verstappen. But here in the checkered flag, Norris trumps Verstappen and wins the Miami Grand Prix and wins the Grand Prix for the first time in his career. Lando has landed.
Oh, I love you all. I love you all. Thank you so much. We did it, Will! We did it! Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. This one's for my grandma. Thank you very much.
There is the crew waiting for him. Well, I suppose it's rather appropriate for a man born in Glastonbury to do a stage dive at the end of his first win.
Excellent.
But it was all about max points for Max, wasn't it? Red Bull's race to lose, and then in the end, for once, they did. And they've been beaten by McLaren. Lando Norris, a race winner. Let the party start here in Miami.